Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start that is SSLC Maths passing and scoring targets. From today let us start the passing and scoring target. So the first target one will be I can show you here. This is class 10, that is SSLC Maths 2021. This will help you all for the board examination. One by one I'll make the passing as well as scoring target. So here this is the passing and scoring target 1. So in target 1, the whole mathematics completely depends on the formulas. Unless and until you are not perfect in all identities and formula, you can't proceed further. Like if you don't know formula, you can't find out the problems. So here in first passing and scoring target 1, we are going to learn all formula based on revised syllabus, based on reduced syllabus. Here in this video I am going to tell you all the formula based on this revised syllabus for this year. Okay, let us begin this. So first chapter is arithmetic progression. You know, in arithmetic progression, that is in short it is also called AP. In AP chapter, you know, this is first formula, that is AN is equals to A plus N minus 1 D. This is nothing but nth term of an AP. It is also called general form of an AP. So based on this formula, the 1 marks question they ask, find the general form of an AP, or write the general form of AP, or write the nth term of AP. So nth term of AP, when they ask, AN is equals to A plus N minus 1 D. Similarly next, Sn is equals to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Sum of nth term of AP. Sn is nothing but sum of nth term of AP. So this is the formula for sum of nth term of AP. So sum of nth term of AP, there are two formulas when there is last term is given. In the question only they mention, write the sum of nth term of AP when the last term is given. So Sn is equals to n by 2 a plus L. This is the formula when the last term as L is given. So total there are 3 formulas in AP, and this is one more, like sum of first n natural number. When the word natural numbers comes, at that time we can write n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of natural numbers. So the very important formulas are these 3 formulas in AP. So nth term of AP, which is also called general form of an AP, sum of nth term of AP, which is directly, and this is sum of nth term of AP when last term is given. Okay. Let us go for triangles. In triangles chapter is completely based on theorems. So only in BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem, or it is also called Thales theorem, we know that AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. Based on this BPT, we get formula problems like, for example, this is a triangle, they give A, B, C, D, E. If they give AE 2 cm, DB 3 cm, 1 cm, and find EC. In this type of problems, you can, this corollaries of BPT and BPT is helpful. So BPT is nothing but half part upon half part, that is AD by DB, AE by EC. So this is a BPT. What about corollaries of BPT? Corollaries of BPT is nothing but AD by AB. We can also apply this rule, that is upper half by full. Like in some problems they give like this, P, Q, R and ST. They'll give PS 3 cm and SQ 4 cm, and they'll give complete PR 18 cm. Find PT. At this time you can apply corollaries, that is half, upper half by full part, that is AD by AB, AE by AC, or else you can take DB by AB, EC by AC. Like that we can find by applying or by using corollaries of BPT. So in triangles only, like Pythagoras theorem we all know, and area of triangles theorem we know. So based on this only, no formulas. Like very important things in triangles are theorem and theorem based problems. Okay, so next let us see pair of linear equation. So the third chapter is pair of linear equation in two variables. So the 1 mark question, very important, that is the standard or general form of pair of linear equation in two variable. They are asking the question, write the general form of pair of linear equation in two variable, or write the standard form of pair of linear equations in two variables. At that time, so standard form is nothing but a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. We know that pair of linear equation, always pair means two equations. Okay. So pair of linear equations, here you will have two standard form of linear. So the very important concept in pair of linear equation is this table. There are three types of pair of linear equations. Let us see. This table is very important. Here you can find three lines. This pair of linear equations are nothing but they have lines, different pair of lines. If the equation is like this table is in page number 71, which is very important table. If the question is like this, for example, a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, c1 upon c2. a1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 b1 upon b2, then that lines, these two, that lines is called intersecting lines, and it has unique solution. Unique solution is nothing but only one solution. This is very important. When the two lines, they will give this line, this equation they'll give, and check which line is this. You should check a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the line is intersecting line and it has unique solution. So the second question, like this type of question, that is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 and also equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines is called coincident line and it has infinitely many solution. You should know they may ask you this condition, and for this condition how many solution it has? It has infinitely many solution. When a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 and also equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines are coincident line and it has infinitely many solution. Now the last one is, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines are parallel lines and it has no solution. For parallel lines, no solution. For coincident lines, infinitely many solution, and for intersecting line, unique solution. So the conditions are this. Okay. So next one now, let us go for coordinate geometry, because you know that there is no formula in construction. Circles. Okay, regarding circles, let me tell you, circles you focus only on two theorems of 3 marks, which is very important. Only 2 theorems you will find in that chapter, which is very important and 100% sure question in the examination. So let us see now coordinate geometry. So in coordinate geometry you will find 4 to 5 identical formulas. So first one is nothing but distance between 2 points. When they will give 2 points in the sense like this, 3, 4 and 5, 6. Find the distance between the line joining points. So at that time the formula is nothing but D is equals to, D stands for distance formula, D is equals to root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the formula for distance and it is also called distance formula. So this is the formula, distance between 2 points. That is D is equals to root of x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. Let us see now distance between point and origin. When the word origin comes, that distance between point and origin, in the sense any point, 12, 5 and origin. Like this question most of the time repeated. Find the distance between point and origin. At that time you are going to use this formula, that is d is equals to root of x square plus y square. Okay, so now let us see the third formula in this is section formula, and also it is sometimes they ask find the coordinate of point. So find the coordinate of point when they will give ratio. At that time you are using section formula, that the question will be find the coordinate of points, 2 points of the line segment joining in the ratio 2:3, like that type of problems comes. At that time you are using section formula, or sometimes they ask 1 mark questions, write the section formula. So that is p of x into y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. This is the section formula. Let us see the midpoint formula, which is very important. So the midpoint formula is nothing but x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. This is nothing but midpoint formula. So problems based on this formula is very important. Find the midpoint between 2 points. At that time you have to use this formula. So you should be perfect in formulas first. And the last part of coordinate geometry is nothing but area of triangles when 3 points are given. At that time you should know this formula. Area of triangle is equals to half into x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. This is the problem which is very important. So you should be perfect in this formulas. If you know for this formula, you will be able to solve the problem based on these formulas. Okay, so the next topic we are going to study here is statistic. So in statistic chapter, you know only 3 formulas, that is mean, median and mode. Mean in this year due to pandemic they have told only direct method we have to use. So the formula is only mean is equals to sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. To solve mean you need to use this formula, and tabulation anyhow you know, at the last mean you have to find sigma fi upon sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. For median, L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon f into h. L is nothing but lower limit plus n by 2. N is nothing but total of frequency. Cf is cumulative frequency. This is frequency, and h is a size of class interval. So next is mode. Mode formula, this time you have to use by this formula, you have to find the mode. L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. So this is the formulas based on statistics. Let us see now quadratic equation formulas. Here in quadratic equation, the very important formula is only one, that is quadratic formula. X is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, which is a very important formula. X is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Find the quadratic equation by using by formula method. Find the roots by formula method. So this is the very important formula. Next, the nature of root. So in quadratic equation you should know the nature of root where the discriminant is used, or find the discriminant. When the question asks discriminant and nature of root, at that time you should use this. D is equals to b square minus 4ac. There are 3 conditions. If d greater than 0, roots are real roots. D greater than 0. D is nothing but b square minus 4ac. So roots, real roots, and D less than 0, no real roots, and D equals to 0, 2 equal roots. These are the condition which is very important when they ask find the nature of root. So this is about quadratic equation. Let us see now trigonometry. So to solve problems from trigonometry, you need to be perfect in formula first. So you know that there are 6 trigonometric functions: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec, sec and cot. So sine theta, if angle is this side, you should know this is the opposite and this is the adjacent and this is the hypotenuse. Sine theta opposite upon hypotenuse. For all problem you should remember this. Sine is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Cos adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos adjacent by hypotenuse. By mistake I have written sine opposite by hypotenuse, cos adjacent by hypotenuse, tan opposite by adjacent, cosec hypotenuse by opposite. Reverse sine, cos and tan if you know, cosec, sec and cot is reverse of this. If sine opposite by hypotenuse, cosec hypotenuse by opposite, cos adjacent by hypotenuse, sec hypotenuse upon adjacent. Like that, tan opposite upon adjacent, cot will be adjacent upon opposite. This is very important. If you don't know this, you will not be able to solve the problem based on this. Now reciprocal ratio. So this is the reciprocal ratio, which is very important. Sine theta is nothing but 1 upon cosec theta, cos 1 upon sec, tan 1 upon cot. You should remember this. Sine means sine 1 upon cosec. You will apply this in the formulas, in the problems. Solely, you should remember it well. Sine theta is nothing but 1 upon cosec theta, cos 1 upon sec theta, tan 1 upon cot. Tan also means sine upon cos. Tan theta value is sine theta upon cos theta. Cosec 1 upon sine. Reverse. Cosec is nothing but 1 upon sine. Sec is nothing but 1 upon cos. Tan is cot is nothing but 1 upon tan, and cot is also cos theta by sine theta. So the next very important thing in trigonometry is this table. You should be very well and perfect in this table, that is measures of some specific angles. So in this trigonometry you will find only 0, 45, 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. And based on this you should know the values very well. That is sine 30 is nothing but 1 by 2. Sine 90, 1. Cos 60, 1 upon 2. Tan 0, 0. Like that you need to know perfect values based on this table. You should be well perfect in this table. So this is the tabulation, which is even it is there in your textbook. Unless and until you are not perfect in this tabulation values, you will not be able to solve the problem based on these degrees. So let us see now trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Here trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Complementary means you know the angle sum of two angles is 90 degree. So here sine 90 minus A. A is any angle. Sine 90 minus A is cos. Cos 90 sine. Sine 90 always it used to be cosec. But in this complementary angles, sine 90 minus A is cos. Cos 90 minus A is sine. Tan 90 minus A is cot. Cosec 90 sec. Sec 90 cosec. Cot 90 tan. This is the important problem based on complementary angles. Next is very important, and which is very important to solve the trigonometric identities. These identities is very helpful in solving the problems. That is sine square plus cos square is 1. This value you should remember. This it can be applicable in a almost all problem. Sine square A plus cos square A is 1, or sine square theta plus cos square theta 1. Sine square A is nothing but 1 minus cos square A. Sine value is 1 minus cos square A. Cos square A is 1 minus sine square A. It should be perfect. Now let us see for sec and tan. between them minus, then value 1. Sec square a minus tan square a is nothing but 1. Like that, sec square a is 1 plus tan square a, and tan square a is nothing but sec square a minus 1. This value should be by hearted. Cosec square a minus cot square a is 1. This is the value for these two is 1. Cosec square a value is 1 plus cot square a, and cot square a value is cosec square a minus 1. This all formulas are very important, so you should be perfect in all this formula. Now let us see the last chapter, which is completely based on formulas, that is surface area and volume. So surface area and volume, here many solid figures you are going to learn, and based on that solid figure many problems you are going to solve. So the first solid is cube. In cube, you know, you have seen the cube which is in matchbox or geometry compass box, or sorry, not matchbox and geometry, cube, Rubik's cube you might have seen. Here I have, for example, this shape is nothing but cubical shape. So there are, you know very well what is the cube. So here LSA of cube 4a square unit, 4a square unit, always area in square unit. So you should know whenever they ask about area, you should know, and answer should be in centimeter square, meter square, like that. So LSA of cube 4a square, TSA of cube 6a square, and volume of cube a cube. Formula should be by hearted well. Now let us see about cuboid. LSA of cuboid is nothing but 2h L plus b. H is nothing but height, L stand for length, and b stand for breadth. So 2h L plus b, area, so square unit. TSA of cuboid, total surface area of cuboid. LSA is lateral surface area of cuboid. TSA of cuboid is 2 into L, length into breadth, plus breadth into height, plus height into length. So LB plus BL plus HL, square unit. So like that, volume of cuboid is nothing but length into breadth into height. Cubic unit, volume always in cubic centimeter. Like that, let us see. Next is cylinder. Cylinder, you know the cylindrical shape, curved surface area will be there. So curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi RH. You should know the formula well. 2 pi RH. Pi value is constant, R is radius, H is a height. Total surface area of cylinder is 2 pi R plus H. Area na square unit. 2 pi R plus H. Like that, volume of cylinder is nothing but pi R square H cubic unit. Next is cone. So curved surface area of cone is pi r L. L stand for slant height, and total surface area of cone is pi r plus L. This formula you all should be perfect. So the volume of cone is nothing but 1 by 3 pi r square H cubic unit. So slant height L, that is equal to root of H square plus R square. Sometimes they won't give L. To find L, you need to use this formula, that is L is equals to root of H square plus R square. The next is sphere. So the total surface area of sphere is 4 pi R square. Square unit, why? Because area. And the volume of sphere is nothing but 4 by 3 pi R cube cubic unit. Next is hemisphere. So in hemisphere, curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square, square unit, because it is area. Total surface area of hemisphere is 3 pi r square, square unit, and volume of sphere is nothing but 2 by 3 pi r cube, cubic unit. These all formulas are very important. Next is the frustum of cone. Frustum of cone is nothing but, that is from the cone part, if you remove this upper part, then the remaining part is nothing but frustum of cone. For example, glass, there you will find 2 radius, here 1 radius, 1 more radius. This shape is called frustum of cone. So let us see what is the frustum of cone. Curved surface area of frustum of cone. Always in frustum you will find 2 radius. So pi R1 plus R2 L. CSE of frustum is pi R1 plus R2 L, and total surface area of frustum of cone is nothing but pi R1 plus R2 L. Same like CSA, plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. Like that, volume of frustum of cone is nothing but 1 upon 3 pi h R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. These all formulas are very important. Surface area and volume. One formula is 100% sure question in exam. Just they'll ask formula. Write the formula for volume of frustum of cone. At that time, 1 by 3 pi h R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. Based on this, problem also will come, but one formula will surely come. So, to find the slant height for frustum of cone, when they will not give L, at that time what you have to do? Root of R2 minus R1 whole square plus H square. So, this is the last chapter. Only this many formulas are used in your mathematics 10th standard syllabus. In my next video, in my further videos, I am going to do all passing and scoring target one by one. Slowly I will solve all papers, as well as I will solve important questions which will repeatedly come in the examination in my next videos and all. So, to watch my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share. Thank you.